Welcome to the world of Discord lolcows, where the bizarre, the
Read it like I read it.
Welcome to the world of Discord lolcows, where the bizarre, the cringe, and the downright unbelievable all collide. In this video, we're diving deep into the infamous Discord lolcow Iceberg.
Just kidding. As much as we all love a good iceberg, let's be real. The format's been a bit overdone. So instead of listing them out in layers, we are going to take a more detailed approach.
We'll start with the infamous Discord user MemeSmith. MemeSmith got his start on the internet by creating one of the largest EDC subreddits, One Bag. Due to some inter-community drama, he was kicked from his own group, later moving on to 4chan and Discord to create the FastMan movement.
The Nazi master race is breeding down there in Antarctica. So in this solar system, there's easily over 2 million Nazis, probably. And the last 2 times I went off these pills. So what Hitler did was he got some of the smartest people in Germany together, and he made. One of the things you should know, Sammy, is that I'm on pills that make. I am the most racist, sexist, and homophobic person who ever lived. Shut the fuck up with your nonsense words. I got the feds up my ass. I'm being gang stalked. Right? Porn is already so nasty. I don't want to piss off these people. Okay, I'm trying to convince powerful people to make big chess moves in the fucking computer engineering arena, and I can't have a slip up of some little femboy trying to have an affair with me. Mossad makes more anti-Semitic memes than anyone else on the planet. Ting dong, ting tong, ting ting tong, ping pong, ting tong, ding dong. How do I get like 10 terabytes of those guys aren't white, can't compete with us intellectually, so we can download like 40 terabytes of make alliances. This is what Hitler tried to do. Gen Z is gonna take control of the internet. Redditors, millennial Reddit, those guys are all fucked up. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get the vaccine.
You can often see him reposting monthly updates of FastMan on various boards. As he described it, FastMan is more than just a minimalist guide, it's a lifestyle. We reached out to MemeSmith to figure out just exactly what FastMan is, and rather than simply tell us, he showed how he lived. MemeSmith lives in a mobile home in a trailer park, working at a nearby gas station. He lives exclusively off products bought from either Temu or Shein, and when I say everything, I mean everything, from his clothes to his electronics to even his vitamins. Everything he owns is the cheapest option available. Now, being cheap isn't the worst thing you can do, but he certainly takes it to an extreme. He bums Wi-Fi off a nearby trailer home, and rarely showers. Due to not having direct access to a toilet unless he's at work, he opts to use a hole he dug outside, making sure to fill the hole back up with dirt.
Bro, why didn't you invite me to your bar mitzvah? What the fuck? Ich habe ein Stück in mein Hosen. Beaufsichtigt.
Yeah. Women that I know that have seen you before. Why is there so much fucking milk?
One every day, man. Every single day. My shit bucket right there.
Okay.
This was my shower bag / sink bag, but it broke, so I need a new one to shower with. I washed my clothes in this bag right here. Nothing in these cabinets. There's nothing in these cabinets. There's my milk. I got my soap, but there's no water right now.
Okay.
This is my pot. This is my pot to piss in.
I don't care.
Shut the fuck up. Sammy said tour. A little slave of the kingdom. You're gonna go in the dungeon and get your twisted. This is my laptop.
Okay. ThinkPad? What ThinkPad is that?
I'm giving it away. I don't care. I borrowed it. I'm just borrowing it from my neighbor. I got my weed in there. Here's my weed. Here's my fridge. Why is my fridge empty? You were supposed to go to the store and go to the freezer section and buy pre-made hamburgers so that you could make me hamburgers, and they're not in the fridge.
Wow.
Not funny.
What are you?
I want a
big
divorce.
bear?
I want another divorce. This time I'm staying with my mistress. I'm not crawling back. Do you want to join the group chat with my harem in it? I got 4 girls that are responding to me. Actually, I got 5 girls.
Look at there.
I grossed her out. I'm glad that made her leave. What were we talking about, Sammy?
You were continuing your tour. You're at the fridge, and
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. So you had a shower bag. How does the shower bag work?
That's just gravity, man.
Like, do you sit in it? Like, do you fill it full of water?
Full of water, and I get under that bullshit.
Where do you get under it? Outside?
I hang it up outside. I got my shower shorts on right now. This is empty. That's empty. There's the chair opens up, that's empty. That chair opens up, that's empty. Almost everything in my trailer, even my closet, almost everything is totally empty, Sammy.
Now, with all that being said, he doesn't really sound like the most productive member of society, does he? Well, you'd be wrong. MemeSmith's daily schedule starts with a healthy gallon of milk, his daily vitamin supplements, and a quick splash of water in his face for good measure. He then slips into his matching black athletic turtleneck and pants combo he bought off Temu for $6.93. Now, leaving his trailer and making sure to avoid his holes full of feces, he gets on his scooter and makes his way to work less than a mile from his house. Luckily for Shell customers, MemeSmith works the night shift, rarely seeing anyone and spending most of his time harassing people on Discord. His online life is even more interesting. Not only is MemeSmith an innovator of EDC, he's a time traveler. On his wrist, you can see what he calls... We'll just have him explain that. Clearly, MemeSmith is a very complicated person, and we could go on for hours explaining his antics, but for your sanity, we'll keep this overview concise. Moving on to the next lolcow, Austin.
Wanted to make a video about like Minecraft and Skyrim and stuff. So in Skyrim and Minecraft you can take potions that will improve your character for a certain amount of time. These are those potions in real life. They're called vitamins. Got vitamin D3, vitamin zinc, and magnesium. These vitamins are like potions, and you take one of these every day, and it makes you a stronger character.
So I wanted to tell my story a little bit. So I've been engaged to my fiance for 7 years. She was the best woman that I had ever met in my life. She cooked for me, she cleaned for me, she kissed me every morning. She was there when I came home when I came home for the day. She was there to greet me, always had a warm meal ready for me, always brought me food, always brought me my beer and opened it for me. She rubbed my belly, she rubbed my feet, she went out, did all the shopping for me, picked out my clothes, did my laundry. I mean, she just did it all. And she's very pretty. But you know, I was listening to this advice on TikTok of this girl named the Sprinkle Lady. And I was listening to this advice of these girls on TikTok, and they said that that you should go and chase your king. If you're like a queen, you should just go and chase your king, you know. And I just realized that this girl wasn't my queen. I knew that there was a better girl out there, so I left my fiance, and now I'm out there looking for my queen, and I know she's just a less than 1%.
I am the original author of the One Bag subreddit, and everything that I own fits into the trunk of my car. I live in a small camper. I am the original. I'm going to try to explain in 3 minutes how to teach yourself programming as someone who's taught myself programming. The first thing to understand is that people in programming don't memorize manuals anymore. They don't really do that. What they do is they go online and they if they don't know the answer to what they're doing on the computer, they try to Google the problem. And if the first link doesn't help them, then they go to the second link. And if the second link doesn't help them, they go to the third link. If the third link doesn't help them, they go to the next one, and so on and so on. And if that doesn't work, then they try a different search parameter into Google, and then they just keep searching on Google until they find the answer. So the first step really to learning programming, I would say, is figuring out how to install Linux for the first time. So you just keep
Googling, how do I install Linux? Keep Googling that until you can figure out how to install Linux for the first time. If you just keep Googling the answer of how do I install Linux, eventually you'll figure it out. The next step after that is to try different versions of Linux and to try to learn how the terminal works. You'll figure out what the terminal is as you go. The next step is to try to install Arch Linux the Arch way at least once.